You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of After Passion. So y'all, I found out that After Passion is actually either a sequel or a side project to a game called My Wolf, and I will definitely be checking that out as well. So we're going to treat this as kind of a Star Wars situation, and we're just going to jump right in to the meat of everything, and then we'll do the beginning after we're done with the current. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Load. All right. Oh, thank you, both of you. Actually, since his, he sounds like pretty stereotypically gay, the voice acting at least. So I think I'm gonna do it like that. Maybe a little bit, add a little flair to it. He's literally wearing a pride. He's literally wearing a pride towel. Or a bathrobe, like seriously. We stay on the balcony with him for a while, and eventually we move inside. Nick gets ready to sleep again, putting on a chunky pair of headphones and plugging it into his Walkman. I told him he could borrow any of my CDs. Nate and I are holding hands as we head back to the room, and before long we hear Nick snoring coming from the other room. I turn to Nate in bed. He's lying facing me. He's a half-foot away. I see it in his eyes again, the look of passion that I've come to love. I'm sure I'm getting myself into something I'm not quite ready for. I don't have time to react as Nick smoothly takes my arms and, after getting on top of me, holds them next to my head. Wolfric! He leans in and presses his lips against mine. Moments seem to blend with hours as the two of us are locked in a passionate kiss. He's straddling my waist and I feel, yeah, so y'all, I'm gonna probably have to start skipping the juicy parts. At least not showing much of them, because, yeah, YouTube has been cracking down on me for that, so yeah. Ah, yes. Yeah, I already have one too, to be fair. I think I have an idea of what he's up to. Nate, are you topping tonight? He smiles and his eyes light up. You're mine tonight, Wolfric. I swallow and nod. Nate sleeps in boxer briefs usually, but he's already removed those, it seems. I still have my pajama pants on, but I slip those off excitedly along with my own boxers. My hands find Nate's hips and caress the curves of his body. His lips are focused on my cheek, neck, ear, wherever he can get a response as I let out soft moans. My brain tingles at the sensation, at the attention, and our yeah, this is probably where I'm gonna have to start stuffing. Yeah, usually yeah, I can't do this, I can see it is in the mood. Yeah, okay. He looks me in the eye and smiles, taking a finger, and there's a no, can't say that. A moment later, I feel him reaching under my knees and pulling my legs up over his broad shoulders. Yeah, oh, God. Oh, Jesus. What is that noise? I would be worried about Nick hearing us if it weren't for his loud snores. He didn't seem to care at all whether or not we're heard, as I suddenly feel his yep, can't say that. Nope, teasing is helping me word up too. I start to feel yeah. I need him to be inside me. Before I can utter my desires, he's lining up. Yep. No. Oh, Jesus. Nope. No. I can't say any of this. Gotta skip this. Yep. Gotta skip this. Okay. Chapter 5. After Passion. Apartment, 9 a.m. Yep. Yeah, no. There's no way in hell I could have shown that. Even briefly. Anyway. Nate and I are sitting on the couch watching the news, and Nick is finishing up breakfast on the seat nearby. He cooked the three of us breakfast to show his appreciation for letting him stay with us. While Nate and I have been eating it slowly here and there, Nick is in a hurry. He has a meeting with an auto shop nearby for a job, and one he apparently had to reschedule from the day before because of his situation. Luckily for him, the owner of that auto shop is an old friend from the rebellion. He basically agreed immediately to hire him, and just needed to vet Nick's skill level. Nate has been cuddling with me, and every time something he is interested in is mentioned on screen, he and I have been talking about it, with Nick giving input here and there. Over the course of the news broadcast, there have been segments on the isekai individuals population, local charity events, and the typical conspiracy report regarding the former High Emperor King Rexford. Let's see. Oh, okay. 1 second now. It is water time. Okay. Nick finishes his food and takes his plate to the kitchen. After a few moments of washing sounds from the sink, I hear him moving toward the bathroom. I turn toward Nate. So, about Nick being here. We hear the sound of the shower running. Nate looks toward me, a worried expression cast across his beautiful face. I promise, Wolfric. It's only until he gets back on his I think he should stay with us until he wants to get his own place. Nate's face is a mix of shock and confusion. Wolfric, do you mean that? I laugh and nod. Of course I do. Nick being here has helped us come to understand one another a bit more, and I think it'll be good to have him around. Besides, he's our family. Nate smiles wide and lets out a squeal, wrapping his arms around me and kissing me deeply. The sound of a breaking news story pulls our lips apart in time for both of us to be shocked and amazed at the sight on the television. And it was just announced that the High Emperor King President Lycanus is taking humans from the alley. Is taking human from the alley to be his noble consort. What? What? A generic-looking human male walks up next to Lycanus as he gives a speech that the newscaster talks over. His Highness is also said to be signing into effect the initiatives that were previously vetoed by the Council and is also attempting to de-seat the entire Council within the next month. It really makes you think about whether humans are people just like us. And now to George for the latest developments on the story surrounding the conspiracy theories recently brought up in popular media. Some members of the Bulls on Parade believe the sky is actually just a box enclosing us within a vault, and that there are some overseers sending in humans as an experiment. George? We look away from the TV and at one another. Nate's mouth is wide open. He's definitely excited about the initiatives. My mouth is wide open as well, as I recognize the human from the alleyway that I met yesterday morning walking next to my old friend Lycanus. Well, I guess that situation worked itself out. Yeah, I'll say, Lycanus has a human lover. That guy. Never mind. Hey, Nate, do you want me to go make Deceit the Council picket signs with me? Wolfric, that is the most romantic thing anyone has ever asked me. We laugh. And there's a banging knocking coming from the door, along with some shouting. The shower turns off. Nate turns the TV off as well. Better come the fuck out right here Better come the fuck out here right now, you dragon bitch. I don't know who the fuck you think you're leaving me, but I promise you won't like what happens when I get in there. Nate and I look toward one another, and then Nick comes out of the bathroom with panic on his face. He's here! Zephr, he found me! We stand and move toward the door. Nate places a hand on Nick's shoulder and pulls him back a bit. I move to the door to look through the peephole, and I'm greeted with the sight of Zephyr's ugly muzzle. I know you're there, wolf bitch. I heard you all walk up to the door, and I can smell your furry ass. I shake my head in annoyance and give Nate a glance, nodding. He gives me a nod in return and looks towards Nick, who is in his bath towel and looks worried. Nick looks back and forth to both of us, then takes a deep breath, steeling himself. He nods. I swing open the door and mean mug him. He looks down at me and returns the favor. Zephr. Wolfric? Still an abusive alcoholic, I see. I smell the booze on him. Still a pipsqueak, I see. I ain't even got a buzz. God. Second, y'all. Water time. Watch what you say, Zephr. You might be 20% bigger, but Wolfric has taken down bigger and better men. If you could even call yourself a man. I wave a hand to silence them, letting them know I have the situation under control. Nick can't talk to you right now. You need to leave. He grimaces harder, if such a thing were possible. I can see him right there. Send him out, punk. I scoff, mocking him with a dumb-sounding voice. That's not gonna happen, punk. Nate places a hand on my shoulder. He whispers in my ear, "It's real estate. We should let him fight. We should let him fight this fight. We'll be here for support." What? No, Remember our talk. He's right. I take charge all the time. This isn't my cause. It's Nick's, and I should support him with it and not take the reins. I nod and back up to let Zephr in. Jesus! He's huge. Oh my god. Dude's gigantic. He cautiously enters, his eyes on mine the whole way, and walks up to Nick aggressively. So, you decided to hide here, huh? I'm not hiding. I'm staying with him because the person who was supposed to be my partner betrayed me. Zephr is immediately angry and growls at Nick. I already told you I was doing that for you. Nick is fed up. He scoffs. How exactly does getting your dick wet help me? Zephr stops and looks away. You have to believe me. I swear it wasn't what it seemed. There were people who wanted to take you from me, so I made a deal to protect you. Nick scoffs again. Honestly? Oh, God. Let me do that voice, trying to do that voice again. Honestly, good. Let them take me. I'd rather be with the stupid mafia kidnappers than your abusive, mad fur ass a second longer. Not quite sure where all the bark is coming from on Nick. Nate and I redouble our defensive placement. Don't want to let Zephr get an easy swing if things get violent. Nick seems ready for this, though. I didn't go through all this shit just to have you leave me like a little punk-ass bitch. You're mine, Dominique. Mine. Nick looks to waver for a moment, but looks at me and Nate and smiles. Zephr? Nick moves closer to Zephr, his voice calmer. Zephr takes Nick's hands and gets on his knees. I know I'm aggressive, and get angry sometimes. I'm stronger than you, but I'd never hurt you. Nick's face softens, and it looks like his plea is working. Just need to follow my lead, baby. Let your big bad wolf give you the world. Let me protect you from everything. Let me show you how much I love you. I didn't sleep with that shithead for nothing, baby. I wouldn't hurt you like that. I had to do it. Nick, baby, I'm your wolf. I'm the only one for you. You know me. You know, that might have been enough for me before. I used to just let you walk all over me and get away with shady shit. Nick's voice is deadly calm. His words seem to be chosen carefully. It was never easy. I tried every day to be the same person I always was. 1 second, y'all. Alright. His gaze hardens a bit. Even in spite of all the shit I knew you'd done, things your crew made you do, or you wanted to do, it doesn't matter. When you love someone, you put the best parts of yourself forward for them. When you can bring out the best in others and they show it. Nick smiles at Nate and I again. And when they can do the same for you, you become something worth so much to one another. You become family. That's real care, real love. Someone like you who only brings out the worst in others. Nick scoffs, looking Zephr up and down. Oh, God. You have no worth, not to anybody. Nothing will ever be good enough for you. You don't deserve me. Now prove to me you have even a shred of dignity and give me our ATM card. I'm taking my money, then you and I will never meet again. I'm done supporting a criminal. But baby! Nick shakes his head and holds out his hand. Hand it over. Zephr is quivering? Tears are forming in his eyes, but he produces his wallet and takes the ATM card out of it. Here, it's yours. Nick smirks over Zephr confidently and takes the card. Somehow he's come out on top. Now, there's the door. Please let it hit you on the way out. With that, Zephr scrambles to his feet and rushes out the door. Nick turns to us and smiles. So, how'd I do? Nate is upon him in a flash, hugging him. I move to join them both. Nick, that was amazing! You didn't let him get to you and stood your ground. Yeah, I'm impressed. Was that scary? Are you alright? Nick thinks for a moment and then shrugs. Nah, at first I was scared, yeah, but then I realized I'm better off. Oh, anyway, I've got to finish getting ready. With that, he's back into the bathroom. Nate and I look at one another. Talk about whiplash. Yeah. Nate looks to the side, sullenly. He probably feels guilty for something he shouldn't. Having Zephr come into the apartment, having Nick move in which brought Zephr here. Nate beats himself up over things like that sometimes, but I don't know that that's what is wrong. I decided to ask and hear him out before jumping to conclusions. I stepped closer to him. Nate? Yes, Wolfric? What's the matter? Are we going to be okay? Oh, that's what he's worried about. I don't ever want to fight with you like that, like what just happened here. We'll be okay, Nate. We have one thing going for us that Zephr couldn't figure out. You're more than enough for me. That one thing makes all the difference. Pull my manatee in close and embrace him. No, not my manatee. My Nate. I'm realizing more and more that I don't need to be the wolf of his dreams. Nate, I'm here. Your husband is here. Nate gently hums and I nuzzle him gently. My husband. Aw, the end. Aw, is that it? Okay. That was a cute side story. Alright. Alright, y'all, I guess that is actually the end of After Passion. I'm gonna do some editing for this video, but yeah. I really enjoyed that. I cannot wait to get into Thank You for Playing. Yeah. I can't wait to play My Wolf. that will be the next one I play. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.